Hi guys, we are finally ready to mix some Jagua. Also, I found out what the actual pronunciation is. It's Jagua. So it's not Jagua, but it's so hard to get into the practice of saying Jagua. So we'll keep trying. Remember how I was complaining about the amount of paper that was in the package? So it turns out that it was all useful pieces of information. So they sent a certificate of registration of their company. So in it, they've done an independent research with their Jagua powder and Jagua juice to see if they are suitable for use on the skin. And there is like detailed description from the company. So the company that they've used is a local company to their area. Evaluation, so the study is called Evaluation of the Potential. Got cut out by the story. So this study is called Evaluation of the Potential of Primary Dermal Irritability, Accumulated Dermal Irritability, Dermal Sensitization, Photosensitivity, and Skin Phototoxicity, supervised by a dermatologist. So the people who participated and judged and studied whether this, so there is a chemist, there is a physician dermatologist, and there is a pharmaceutical officer, and so two chemists, pharmaceutist, that's what it's called. So they have, the purpose of the study is to, it was planned, sorry, I'm just trying to see where that information is. Yes, so it was supervised by a dermatologist, conducted by two chemists. 50 study participants completed the study. They were aged between 18 and 70 years. I won't bore you with too many details of the study, but they did patch tests of all the products that they offer, and it went over a 3-week period, and all the participants got the patch tests applied to their skin 3 times a week for 3 weeks, and then there was an ongoing collection of data to see whether they had had any immediate side effects, any long-term side effects, or any sensitivity to their skin following the application of these products. I feel like that was in fact a lot of detail about the study, but there's like 4 pages of documents, so I just tried to give you the gist. So the conclusion was no irritating phenomena induced or did not cause significant skin sensitization and phototoxicity or photoallergy or was detectable during the study period, and it is considered safe for topical use, supporting in this way the term dermatologically tested and hypoallergenic. But despite that, Jagua is a tropical fruit. So if you are allergic to any tropical fruit, also it mentions in the information document that they have, that if you are allergic to strawberries or any tropical fruits, you should probably get a patch test done before to make sure that the product is safe for you. And if you have any So Jagua is a fruit that grows and is native to the Amazonian rainforest. The scientific name is Juniper americana, and this is a product of Peru. This particular company grows their stuff in Peru. Its extract is 100% natural and handcrafted. It is obtained through the process of juice extraction from the unripe fruit. Juniper americana is used as a natural stain in a variety of cosmetics and art materials. It is commonly used in the staining of fabrics, leathers, woods, and other materials of porous texture. Unlike other chemical-based stains that stain immediately, Juniper americana ink stains through the process of oxidization, and it takes 24 to 72 hours for the color to develop. So pretty much, so the stain development process is similar to henna, and yeah. So the powder can actually be stored in a cool, dark place for about a year, because it is a dehydrated powder and will only become activated once it's mixed with water. The juice, on the other hand, because it is extracted from the fruit and has not been dehydrated, has a very comparatively very short shelf life as compared to the powder. So this one will only last 20 to 25 days in room temperature, and then if you freeze it, it will probably last about 6 months. So I've had this in the fridge since I got it. I'm assuming we've already lost a few days in transit coming from Peru to Australia. So I think because this is the most perishable of the two, let's start with this one. So I'm going to make some Jagua gel today, and I've got some xanthan gum here, and then we're going to mix some of this into the xanthan gum. Great, I've already managed to spill some while I was opening the bottle, but it's okay. What can you do? So it is a risky business. So I've got my measuring spoon here. Oh God. So I've got about 15 mils here, which I'm going to put in here. It's quite blue and grey in color. The smell is very strong and very earthy. I can't describe what it smells like. I have no idea what it smells like, but it has a very distinct earthy and herby flavor. And then I've got some xanthan gum here, which I'm just going to add a little pinch to it. I'm not sure how much to add because I've never mixed this before, but let's give it a go. We're going to stir that, and then you kind of just have to mix it in there. It is a soluble powder, so it will mix together. I'm not sure if this is enough or if we need more. I think definitely need a little bit more. So it is starting to get a little bit thicker. I'm not sure what those white bits are. Actually, I know what it is. It's the xanthan gum, but I'm not sure if it's going to dissolve a little bit more. It's definitely starting to get thicker. I think we need to add more gum. I'm not sure if it says to let the powder sit once you've mixed it, to kind of let it sit for about 10-20 minutes. We'll just give this a go. We shall find out together how this is going to turn out. I haven't mixed too much because they said to mix it as needed, and I think this is going to be heaps for one cone. So it is starting to get a little bit thicker. I'm not sure what those white bits are. Actually, I know what it is. It's the xanthan gum, but I'm not sure if it's going to dissolve a little bit more. It's definitely starting to get thicker. I think we need to add more gum. I'm not sure if it says to let the powder sit once you've mixed it, to kind of let it sit for about 10-20 minutes. We'll just give this a go. We shall find out together how this is going to turn out. I haven't mixed too much because they said to mix it as needed, and I think this is going to be heaps for one cone, and that's gonna be enough. So I don't want to mix too much. So it's definitely starting to get some body, and it's holding its shape now. That color is stunning. Not sure if the camera can capture. It's like, you know, some color of the ocean. So beautiful. Can you see? Maybe you can see on here on the bowl. Can't really see in the paste because it's so dark. So I think I'm going to let it sit for a few, let's sit for 10-15 minutes and not add any more, because it's starting, see how that gets getting a little bit stringy? Yeah, so that is good. Definitely need that elasticity. Yeah, so I'm going to let it sit and then come back in 15 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to make a little cone to put the paste in. I had a little piece of paper that so I've just cut out a very small piece of cellophane. I'm not sure how it's going to go with. I always like to make sure that the edge is super straight, because if it's not, then that means your paste is not going to come out smooth. It's going to keep curling at the tip. And also because Jagua stains the skin as soon as it touches it, so mistakes made in Jagua are not as easily fixable as henna. So with henna, you know, you have some leeway to fix your mistakes while doing it, but with Jagua, once it's touched your skin, I mean, I've not tried it myself, but I don't want to risk it, so we shall avoid as much. So we're starting this. Sorry, I had to start again because the story had cut out. And also because it is a little bit runnier than henna, I can't use my normal pin, because I like to roll my cone open tip because it's a little bit thinner, so it needs a smaller opening. So I have to make sure that it's teeny tiny. And not too big. But also you don't want it so tiny that it doesn't come out and you're struggling to. So hard to roll a cone with gloves. I had to take my gloves off because I can't roll with the gloves. I'm thinking I should have just done this as a live. Maybe nobody wants to watch such long stories and they can just skip if they want to leave, because this is a tedious process. But we also have 10 minutes. Right, so I've got my Jagua cone, which we are going to use. I've got a little one. I like my cones about like maybe one and a half finger length. I haven't figured out what size paper I should cut to make them exactly how I want it. So they usually end up being a little bit taller and thinner than I like, but it's okay. I can deal with it. I will spend some more time with somebody who can do that kind of math for me. So I'm just waiting for the Jagua to be ready, and then once it's ready and I'm ready to put it in the cone, I'll come back. Alright, so it's been about 20 minutes. It's thickened very nicely. It's holding its shape and very stringy. Oh, looks so delicious, but just like henna, you can't eat it. It's so smooth, and the fun part is that I can just pick it up and plop it in my cone. Oh, actually, I think that might be too much. Might have to do small bits. Whoa. Oh, well, that was a disaster. No. Well, that was a fail. Don't know how it's gonna go down. Just shake. All right, I'll fix this and come back. I just realized that my last story I forgot to post my last story. So I had finished wrapping up the cones, and it took me a little while, but I figured it out. I smudged it a few times, but then I had said that I'm going to go and draw and then come back and show you what I have drawn. So now I've actually finished drawing. My story didn't post, and thank you, Kat, for asking me how did it go, and I can actually show you guys what I did right now. So I picked something very minimal, and I can't move too much because I don't want to smudge it. Oh, I hope the camera will stay. So I smudged it in a few different spots. I smudged it here. As you can see, it's starting to like show a little bit of a gray smudge, and these are not perfect, but I chose kind of let me turn this arm around. So I chose kind of a geometric pattern because I chose a geometric pattern because I absolutely love geometric patterns, and if I ever, like, my next tattoo will definitely be a geometric tattoo if I ever got it done anywhere. Yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought for a little second. I wanted to do something minimal because this is my first time trying it, and I wanted to also kind of test out the consistency. I think the consistency is perfect. I would have liked it to be a little bit runnier, but I think if I make it a little bit runnier, it's also you know, going to be more easy to smudge. So I think I'm happy with that. I like it. I'm so excited to try it. I want to try and mix it in henna. And if you struggle with dark stains, if you struggle with getting dark stains, this Jagua mixed with... It's starting to dry. Actually, it is dry. It feels very sticky to touch. And if you can see, every time my skin bends a little bit, the pattern bends with it. So it gets very crinkly. It's like a, you know, when you put a clay mask on and every time you move, it cracks. So that's what it likes. So I don't want to mess with it too much. It feels, when I've touched it, it feels very, very sticky to touch. Has shrunk a little bit like henna does. And I can't decide how long I should keep it on. I'll try and keep it on as long as I can. But I will have to sleep with it off. You can't sleep with it on because it will stain everything.